Hello, it's time for yoga. I'm a few seconds late, but that's okay. I'm here and I will wait another minute. Well, it might be 30 seconds and I'll pull a minute. We don't need hi Karen, we don't need any special equipment. You just need your mat or a place to stand. We're going to do a standing practice today, so nothing on the floor. We're varying it from last week where we did everything on the floor, meaning lying down. Today will be standing. So we'll wait another 30 seconds and then we'll get started. And we're going to start by standing in mountain pose. All right. Let's get started. So stand in the center of your mat and find your mountain pose. If you need to take your mountain pose a little bit wider, if your feet need to be wider, that's okay. I'm going to stand with my feet so that the heels are my heels and hips are in line, my frontal hip bones, which is about right here. So find yourself lifting the toes from the floor and pressing the four corners of the feet into the mat. So your ball mounds of your big toes, ball mounds of your little toes, the inner and outer heels, and you'll feel that energy move up the legs. If you can keep the energy in the front thighs, go ahead and spread and lower the toes to the floor. If not, keep them lifted. If it feels like your pelvis is tilting too far forward, then engage your belly. Think about lifting the navel up and in to bring the pelvis to more neutral and descending the tailbone. Soften your front ribs in, roll your shoulders down and back, fingertips dripping toward the floor. You can even shine your palms forward if that helps you open the chest. And let your head just sort of float on top of the neck and take a couple breaths. Just letting your exhales carry the day away, the stuff that's come before. Allow yourself to be very present. Maybe even setting an intention for this short standing practice today. Feel the feet sort of root down. If you could imagine growing roots into the earth, let them come from the feet and then rebound the energy top of the head, crown of the head lengthening upward. Find your breath. And let's begin by moving the arms. So staying in mountain pose, inhale and reach the arms up and overhead. Maybe look between the palms if it feels good in the neck, and exhale, the arms come down to the sides. A couple more times. Inhale, reach. Now feel the length of the side body as the arms reach and the feet press down. Exhale, release. One more time, then we add on. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Now we're going to do one thing to open the chest. Inhale, reach the arms, spin the palms forward, and exhale. Slide the shoulder blades down and in. Lift the heart, your arms in goalpost. Opening the chest. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, arms down. A couple more times. Inhale to lift. Spin the palms forward, exhale. Imagine that you're sliding your elbows down a wall. Inhale, reach, and exhale, release the arms. One more time. Inhale, reach. Palms forward, exhale, open the chest. Okay, bring the elbows back a little bit more. Inhale, reach, and exhale, release. Standing with the feet right where they are. Make sure your toes are pointing forward. We're going to warm the lower body and the core with a little chair flow. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, sit down and back. Keeping the chest shining forward. Arms by the ears to start. Inhale, reach the fingertips behind, still in chair. So squeeze the upper back. Inhale, reach arms again and come to standing and release the arms back into mountain pose. Couple more times. Reach the arms, inhale. Exhale, sit down into chair. Inhale, sweep the arms, reach through the fingers. Good. Reach the arms all the way back to the sky. Come to standing and release the arms. One more time. Reach, reach, reach. Arms toward the ears. Exhale, sit down. Reach the fingertips back. Really draw the shoulders away from your ears. Sweep the arms forward and up. Come to standing and release. Back to mountain pose. Take a couple breaths. Just feel that energy move through the body. Let's rotate the spine. We'll do that elephant pose, or movement. Let's take the feet wider than the hips, knees buoyant, and start by releasing my left heel and gently rotating to the right. And then replace, and I release my opposite heel, spin the other way. So just letting yourself move back and forth. And once you find your rhythm, you can go a little bit faster if you want. Keep your belly nice and firm. Keep your knees soft. Let your arms just sort of swing. Feel that rotation from the belly, the heart, the shoulders. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come center. Take the feet a little bit wider apart, maybe more parallel for sunflowers, more into the legs. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, sit down. Let your bottom stick out. Think of scooping up the sun. Press through your feet. Inhale to lift. It's like a deep squat. Exhale. Now keep your belly nice and firm. Keep your chest up. Press and lift. Good. Exhale. Scoop. Inhale. Lift. 2 more times. Exhale. And inhale 1 more time. Exhale. And inhale. Lift. Maybe look up a little. And exhale the arms down, stepping back into mountain pose, and find your breath. Check in with your intention. Notice the after effects of just these flowing movements. Let's bend this, we'll go side bending now. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Lower the right arm down, lift through the left, and exhale, side bend. Now listen carefully. Turn to look toward the floor. Feel that, how that kind of stretches the side of the neck. Now turn the head to look up at the arm. Belly strong, inhale, lift. Both arms reach. Opposite side, lower left arm, reach through the right. Exhale, side bend to the left. Turn the head to gaze toward the floor or that left shoulder. Inhale, turn the head to gaze up, belly strong, press through the feet. Inhale, lift. Now bring the hands behind the back, lace the fingers, or grab onto the wrists. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Stay in that strong mountain. Soften your ribs down and then gently drop your ear to the right shoulder. Deep breath, loose jaw. Feel this, open the chest, and you can even slide your inner edges of your shoulder blades down. Now nice and easy, roll your chin down to the notch of the throat. And then gently lift the head. Now from here, fold your hands differently so the opposite thumb is on top. or change the clasp of the wrists. So it's kind of the awkward way. Roll the shoulders up and down, knuckles toward the floor, or holding onto the wrists. Inhale, lift the heart a little bit, and exhale, left ear over left shoulder. Now, if this is too much, you can release the clasp and support your head with your hand. Deep breath, opening through that neck that gets nice and tight. Lots of muscles in there. On exhalation, roll the chin down the notch of the throat. Take a breath. And then slowly lift the head. Release the arms. Mountain pose. Just check in. What's the side of the neck feel like? What's the front and back body feel like? Beautiful. Hands on hips, step the feet apart. We're prepping for warrior two. So if you extend your arms, the heels are somewhere beneath the forearms. It depends on how long your arms and legs are. Shoulder blades down. You can start by hands on hips with the right leg and foot. Lift the right toes, pivot on the right heel, turn out 90 degrees. Now your back heel sort of just slides to the back corner. So front heel through back arch. Arms reach, drop your shoulders, gaze over the fingertips, and bend your knee. So make sure that your toes are pointing parallel. Make sure that you're not leaning the torso with the leg. So only thing that's changing is you're bending the knee. You don't have to reach forward. In fact, keep in mountain pose right there as best you can in the torso. Drop the shoulders, energy out of the arms, gaze over the right fingertips. If you want, you can stretch the mat between your feet to open your hips, feel your tailbone descend. Jaw nice and loose. Beautiful. Now inhale, reach both arms toward the sky and gaze forward. Just notice how that feels a little different. Take your right elbow and let it rest on top of the thigh. So now we are coming forward. And the top arm, we're going to make circles. So over the head, down, out, and around. 2 more times. Keep stretching the mat between your feet. And then reaching back to the sky. Maybe look up at the thumb. Keep the back of the neck long. Press your feet down, belly strong. Lift to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, hands on hips, and pivot the feet parallel. Maybe let your hips release a little bit. We're going to go to the other side. So left foot, toes lift, pivot on your heel 90 degrees. The back heel kind of slides, so it's trying to line up or in the direction of the back corner of your mat. Arms reach, shoulders down, bend the front knee. You should be able to see all 5 toes, knee over ankle. Stretch the mat between your feet. Let your tailbone descend. You don't have to push it there. You're stretching the mat between your feet will make space for your tailbone to descend. Arms reach the side, shoulders down, gaze over the front, fingertips, warrior two. So feel that stable body, lifted belly, relaxed shoulders. Soften your ribs in and breathe. Beautiful job. Now gaze forward, both arms to the sky. With your left elbow, let it rest. Good. Keep stretching the mat between your feet, and we take circles with the top arm. Reach over the head, down, around, out, and up. Couple more times. Reach over. Feel that stretch in the side body. Feels really good if you sit a lot. and reach. Reach out, down, around to the sky. One more time here. Reach out, down, around, and to the sky. Maybe look up at the thumb. Keep the back of the neck long. Keep your back leg strong as well. Belly strong. Sweep to warrior two. Good. Straighten your front leg. Hands on hips. Pivot the feet forward. Now if you feel too wide, heel toe them in a little bit. Feet parallel. Inhale, hands on hips. Look up to the sky. Exhale. Fold forward. You're really hinging from your hips. Maybe fingertips to the floor. If you can, the palm to the floor. If you can, bend the elbows back and put the crown of the head on the floor if you so desire. But lift the front thigh muscles. Think about lifting from the quadriceps and then descend the hamstrings towards your heels. Deep breath. A nice deep forward bend. We created some heat, so deep forward bends feel pretty good. Slide your shoulder blades towards your hips. Make space for the neck. Now belly strong. Inhale, look up halfway. If your back is a little cranky, go ahead and bend your knees, both knees, and place your palms on top of your thighs. If your back is good, you can have bent knees or straight. If your legs are straight, put your hands on your hips, elbows point back. If your hands are on your thighs, you're gonna press in to the thighs to lift. If not, you're using your strong legs and bottom to lift. Look up a little bit and exhale, release. Step your feet back to mountain pose and take a couple breaths. And check in with your body. Nice. Take your feet a little bit farther apart, like not a wider mountain, not too wide. And we're just going to do some head rolls. If you don't want to drop your head all the way back, that's fine. You can just imagine making circles right in front of your face with your nose. Take deep breaths. Begin to slow the body down. Slow the breath down. At any point, you can reverse the circle. Keep your jaw nice and loose. Let your head rest so the chin's kind of in line with the collarbones, and gently lift the head. Let's take some breaths in, nice and soft. Inhale, arms reach. The arms can be nice and loose. You don't have to keep them straight right now. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach. Maybe look up a little. Keep it gentle now as we're starting to cool down. One more time. Lift. And release. And finding your mountain. You can keep it a little bit wider if you like. Just take a couple breaths just to close the practice. If you would like to lie on your mat and have your own final rest or Shavasana, please do that. Give yourself any movements that you need to feel balanced. And then bring your hands to your heart. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. And may you know peace. Namaste. Thank you for joining. I will keep this video up if you want to refer to it again or share it with a friend. Thank you so much for hanging out and doing yoga, and I will see you next time.